Hi everyone, my name's Kate Kalthoff and welcome to a Stamping to Share video. I'm really excited to share a card with you that we are going to make from start to finish because it features the new magnetic plate from Stampin' Up, the new magnetic platform. And I'll show that to you in just a minute, but I want to show you that I was inspired by page 39 of our 2013-14 idea book and catalog from Stampin' Up. And what I really like about it is this card is going to make a great Hostess Appreciation invitation. And so that's what I'm getting ready to send out. It's the beginning of June, and I usually have that towards the end of June. I used the stamp set called Really Good Greetings, and the greeting that I used is, finally, a day that really is all about you. So we're going to cut that out with the new Chalk Talk framelits. And I'll show you the card I actually made so you get an idea of what we're striving for. This is the card that I made, and I just adore it. I can't stop looking at it. You know it's a good one when you can't stop looking at it. So I am going to take this away now, and we are going to talk a little bit about the magnetic platform from Stampin' Up. It's brand new, and it actually has magnets within the base of the platform. Now, I went ahead and got some brand new cutting plates because I'm designating this, of course, just for framelits. And what I did is I didn't want my customers accidentally cutting into the base. And so I just put a mini glue dot on each corner of my magnetic platform, popped my cutting plate over the top, and now it's sort of like attached. And so we won't accidentally cut into the actual plate itself, and that happens. It's just the way it is sometimes. And I'm going to bring my Big Shot machine in here. Well, actually, I'm going to set it aside for a second because I'm so excited to show you how this works. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out my sentiment, and so I'm using the Chalk Talk framelits. I'm going to select this one, and you'll notice how it just automatically started sticking. And then I've got this little tag that we can put in here. So we're just going to set it on here, and I can move it around to wherever I want, and then I can drop this little tag on, this little tag pull on here, and we're ready to go. All we have to do now is put our top plate on it, just like normal, but notice we don't need post-it notes or anything to hold it in place because the magnets are doing that. They're grabbing onto our framelit. So now we just roll it through our Big Shot machine, just like normal. We'll take it off and we'll see what we've got here. And you can see that it worked really, really well. There's our little tag that will go on our card. And you can see how strong this is. Look, you can pick it up, and I'm shaking it, and the framelit doesn't even come off. So now I'm going to show you another thing that's great. I'm going to, you can see on my original card that I have this lovely little edge here. That's always kind of a trick, getting that on there straight. So here I have our designer paper piece, and I know I'm going to want a little bit to show at the top, so I'm just going to set that there as if I were gluing it down, but of course I'm not. And then I'm just going to put this right where I want it. So we want to have a nice edge at the bottom. So now it's there. I can just move this away. It's attached. I can put my top plate over it, and we're going to run this through the Big Shot machine. And I didn't even have to use a post-it note or anything to keep it stable. Now we're going to take it off, and I always use a paper piercer because these edgelets, this adorning accent edgelet, really likes to grab into our cutting plate. So there we go, and it didn't move at all. It stayed perfect. And now we'll see how that fits onto our piece. And ta-da, you can see how great that is. It just stayed perfectly straight. I love it. So this is going to be such a wonderful option for my customers who sometimes have trouble with the framelits wiggling around. Now they won't have to worry about that. So what I'm doing now is I'm just gluing this piece of designer paper onto the cardstock that we just ran through the Big Shot machine. And I already have a base ready to go. On the inside, it's 4 1/4 inches square, and on the inside I have a white panel 4 inches square. Just put a little heart here for an accent. And then I've made this a little bit bigger, and I'll tell you why in a second. I do that because I like to make sure that my edges are really, really even. So I'm just going to set that like right about here, and everything looks good. And then I can take my scissors, and I'm just going to trim this off even. I could also do this with a cutter, but because I'm doing a video today, I'll just do it with the scissors. There we go. Now we have a nice even edge. And then I'm going to take the tag, and I'm going to take a little piece of stitched grosgrain basic gray ribbon. I just have to do this from the back in order to have it look good from the front. Has that ever happened to you where when you tie something it looks better on the back than it does on the front? Oh, except for this time. Now when I'm doing it on video, it looks better on the back than it will on the front. So let me try it again, this time maybe from the front. Yes, it's Murphy's Law. I always, there we go. Except I want it to be flipped, so it flips up. So see, even me, there, it's sort of getting where I want it. Okay, perfect. And now that I have it kind of the way I want it, I'm going to take a mini glue dot on my paper piercer, and I'm going to make sure that stays in place. I'm just taking that mini glue dot and putting it behind, and then I'm going to trim up my lovely little flags. And there we go. Now we can set that on our card, except I want to use some dimensionals, so we're just going to pop a few dimensionals on the back. Three is probably good enough. This is a pretty small little tag. So we're just going to take the little peelies off and put that on our card at kind of an angle, like this. Alright, and now the last thing, the finishing touch, is to just take a few hearts. I've already pre-punched them and put them on a glue dot, and we can just, you know, kind of set these wherever we would like and make it look really super cute. And we'll put another one here, and then another one here. And one more. I always like to have an odd number. And our final one will go right here. There we go. And there's the card. Isn't it darling? Hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and that you have a really great day. Thanks so much for stopping by Stamping to Share. Bye-bye.